Today, I'm in the most deprived region of the United Kingdom, but shockingly, one of the poorest regions within Europe also. An area where 1/3 of the children are growing up in poverty, and there's more homelessness and rough sleepers to be found than anywhere else in the United Kingdom. Welcome to Cornwall. For Cornwall, unfortunately, there is a number of issues at play. A lack of housing, high rents, low wages, and unprecedented numbers of second homes for tourists. This combination has created a perfect storm, turning this paradise into a nightmare on the brink of a housing emergency. Let's explore Cornwall and investigate the issues and potential solutions on the table. Just spotted this sign on one of the main roads, in and out of Cornwall. It reads Broken Britain. It's clear how the people feel. In a recent study, it was found that rural homelessness has increased by around 40% over the last 5 years. It's no wonder we're finding people sleeping in tents in parks, squatting in abandoned buildings, caravans by the side of the road, you name it, they're sleeping in it here in Cornwall. Just come across a small homeless encampment here in the local park. Not sure if anyone's actually there right now. You can see the remnants of dinner. Looks to be another old tent of some kind over that side. You can see there duvets and sleeping stuff inside of there as well. Disguised and camouflaged amongst the gravestones is somebody's house. Inside here, you see someone's food there. Hello? You can see somebody's been living in here. There's sausages down there, the duvet cover, sleeping bag cover. When that door's closed, you'd have no idea. Absolutely shocking to see the living amongst the dead. What is happening? And just as you walk in, instantly, there's a tent. The numbers are overwhelming across Cornwall. Don't know if you can make it out, but there's actually a homeless man just slumped over the bench there. Yet another tent. I'm just one man and a camera. There is no fixer team. It doesn't take a lot to go out and find these pots. It's unbelievable. I've just been joined here by a dog walker. So tell me, how often are you seeing sites like this?
Quite regularly.
It is across just
in fields, things like that. I've had to report ones to the police before where there's been no movement for several days, that sort of thing.
Really?
So yeah, over the past couple of years, quite a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of homelessness with the housing crisis. A lot of people in temporary housing, and the ones that don't get temporary housing get tents. And also there's a lot of people buying from up country, and local wages people can't afford to buy.
Low wages, second homes, high rents. It's a perfect storm.
Yeah, people can't afford to buy the ones that are supposed to be affordable housing because they're not affordable on the low wages.
No, so the average house price in Cornwall is £339,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
It is. It prices a lot of people out of the market. So they end up in the rental market, but even the rental market's gone sky high because of the landlords have to pay their mortgage.
Exactly.
Which is really high. So it's awful. Places like Camborne, where it's not a tourist place, but there's so many 3-bedroom terraced places that have gone onto the holiday let market.
Yep.
And that's what families would have been living in.
Exactly.
And they can't now.
No, there's way over 1,000 families that are in temporary accommodation across Cornwall.
Yeah.
The council are spending over £10 million a year on temporary accommodation.
I can believe it.
It's insane, isn't it? But thankfully, we're in the most beautiful county in the United Kingdom, and the sun's shining.
Absolutely.
Let's keep plodding on. Bless you. When people think of homelessness, often it's rough sleepers that come to mind. However, homelessness comes in many different forms. Cornwall County Council spent over £10 million a year housing people in temporary accommodation. These include the likes of hotels, bedsits, holiday lets. The hotel you see behind me is the Sandy Lodge Hotel here in Newquay, one of many hotels that's being used by Cornwall Council as temporary accommodation to help solve the homeless crisis that's ongoing here. There's the Sandy Lodge Hotel, and here are luxury flats currently being built. This development comprises of just 5 4-bedroom townhouses. I'm pretty sure none of those are going to be classified as affordable housing. Not only are Cornwall Council using hotels as temporary accommodation, they also purchased a number of holiday parks in the area, including Sandybanks down in Hale that was purchased in 2021, and as of today, in 2024, it still lays unused. While there's many people coming to Cornwall to surf waves, there's plenty more surfing sofas. With hundreds of miles of picturesque coastline, lined with white sands and turquoise waters, you can see why millions of visitors flock to Cornwall every year, and why the region is so attractive for second homeowners. With more second homes owned here for tourism than anywhere else in the country. On one hand, Cornwall is the playground of the rich and famous, and on the other hand, Cornwall is the poorest and most deprived region in the United Kingdom, with homeless statistics shockingly matching the biggest cities in the UK. You've been on the streets then for 15 months.
Are you going to buy him a beer?
I'm going to buy him not a beer, I'm going to buy him something else though, boss.
15 months, mate, yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
He's been on it for a long
Originally not from
time.
round here, obviously.
He keeps falling. He does need a roof
Yeah,
over
he
his
just needs a
head.
bit of help.
Of course, everyone does, mate.
Yeah.
Everyone does. It's the basic, isn't it?
Look, he ain't got They no don't care, man. council. The council don't care.
He's been on the say to me,
Yeah.
I'm not a priority. I'm not a priority.
But you've been on the streets for 15 months now.
Well, 16 months, mate, but I'm not a priority. I don't fit the
The only point
requirement.
he has at the minute is that he's on the streets and he needs help.
I got
housing.
some yesterday night at the pods, but before that I've been on the streets since January.
Some of us, we don't choose to drink, we've got problems, you know.
Yeah.
16 months in the float, the
Sitting on his
life.
leg, he's got
We
problems.
had 28 staples.
Oh, yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm still not a priority to be honest. Yeah, always, mate.
Always.
Every
Everywhere.
single day.
Mate, I hope something changes for you,
Every
mate.
single day, mate. Yeah.
We got to go and get those guys some supplies. I would never normally do this on camera. I've been brought up to give in secret. It's about 26, 27 degrees today. They've got no water, no food. It's the basics, isn't it? Food, water, and a roof over your head. Crazy.
There we go.
Perfect.
Like that one on top of.
Right, let's go and deliver the supplies. We've got 3 steak pasties. We've got 1 cheese and veg. Hopefully it helps these guys, fills their bellies for the day, and hopefully, just hopefully, they find somewhere decent to sleep tonight. So I'm here at the site of the homeless pods, or micro pods, here in Truro, which was the first city in Cornwall that actually adopted the use of these micro pods to house the homeless. After a trial period, these were adopted in many other locations across Cornwall, and so far, so good. It is helping the situation, but they need more. So you can see the porta cabins there. That is where they are housing the homeless residents of Truro. However, there is hundreds and hundreds more that are still on the streets, but it's a good start. As you can see there, inside there, they'll have a little bathroom, bedroom, small little kitchenette area, a nice little midway point for them. There's the micro pods, and then in the car park, there's a double-decker bus here, and it appears that someone is living inside of this bus. Looks to be totally converted inside, with a wooden shack there made of pallets. See the sign there, danger. See on the front of the double-decker bus there, Clapham Junction. So once upon a time, this bus here was cruising the streets of London, and now it's helping to solve the homeless crisis ongoing here in Cornwall. How long have you been here for?
I've been here now for 9 months, and not one of them has been here to say, how are you doing now?
Yeah, because you're right outside of the
They
Cornwall
put me
Council
here.
offices. They put you
me
here.
yeah. Oh, no, I didn't charge in here and take over.
Oh, really?
Did I? Fuck. No. They put me here. Right?
Okay.
Because I said to them, the law says you must build sites.
Yeah. Where did you get the bus from?
Compensation from the council for leaving my wagon on Newquay Airport trapped, right, where the rats destroyed it. Okay, but she got me compensation and I bought this. But the scummy travellers, they called me
Did they?
in the early 90s, and I carry that for life. Right, everybody thinks I'm a filthy, scummy traveller. No, I'm not. I'm standing up to the government. They're taking the piss out of us, right? Not just me as a gypsy, all of us.
Yeah.
So leave me shouting about and all, but the reason I'm shouting about, people of the world, is I'm standing up for you, okay? Because these bastards are lying to you. And I'm not locked in. Yeah, you come in, mate, come on.
Oh, mate, nice one. What have you got in here then? You've got like a proper workshop going on in there, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I've got people helping with me with it. I'm disabled, but I'll show you in the bus.
So you're disabled and yet you're still being left here?
Yeah, they ain't give a fuck for me, mate. I designed it all. I didn't put it all in. I needed help for that, but I designed it all. Yeah.
Well done.
Everything. And this is my kitchen. This lifts up. Oh yeah, it goes up, and it does, but at the moment it's a bit weighted then. My shower, but he's not finished yet. And my drainage ain't in, see, so.
Pandora's box in there, isn't it?
You wouldn't think it was
No,
a
you
double-decker
wouldn't,
bus,
mate.
No, not at all. It's red hot up here, mine. It's in there like 27 or something it is.
Yeah, it's quite warm up on the top level, isn't it?
it?
It's alright, and that's your bed area at the back there.
That's me bed there, look.
That's nice and cosy. It's bloody massive, mate.
All right, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's king size, like 5 foot, but he will take 6 foot.
Mate, that is incredible.
Toilets in here, curtain as well that goes down.
Sofa area. I really wasn't expecting it like this in here, mate. What's your message then for the people about real life in Cornwall?
I love it.
Yeah.
I do love it.
I love
It's the
Cornwall
most
too.
beautiful place in the world.
Just to put things into perspective, just how bad the homeless situation is here in Cornwall. A recent study found that the homeless statistics here in Cornwall match those found in all of the major cities in the United Kingdom. Can just see through the trees there, another encampment. Some caravans here in the car park. So many times you'll see this across Cornwall. Caravans in lay-bys and parks. There's a solo caravan. Doesn't look like anyone's at home. You can see here a converted lorry of some kind that somebody's staying in. Just behind the building here, just off the main road, on the outskirts of Redroof. It reads, "Loan sharks will cost you more than an arm and a leg." So I've just been joined by a resident of Liskeard. So tell me, how is life in Cornwall?
Life in Liskeard's lovely, but it used to be a lot better under a Labour government. So we've lived here in Liskeard since 1995. Started teaching here in 95, and from 97 onwards we had a new hospital, new schools, we had a dentist, we had all sorts of help with Sure Start for children. Life with them was pretty good. 2010, I must say my heart sank when the Tory government came in, and I have to say what I saw as a teacher was really shocking for the children I taught, the levels of poverty in the town. Food banks, people can't find anywhere to rent, people can't get medical treatment, you name it, life has got worse. Say one more thing, which was under a Labour government, I was a senior teacher at Liskeard School, and I had a £10,000 budget to run a literacy programme in the summer holidays to get kids reading ages up to scratch. Fast forward a few years and we were putting on food programmes every holidays for families who couldn't feed their kids, and I have to say I put up a signing up sheet in the staff room and it was filled by the end of the day. So we came in our holidays and we ran programmes to feed children, and that is, to me, that is shocking.
It is shocking.
Yeah,
Oh, bless you for doing such things. Here you can see the food bank building where people can come and collect food that's been donated by the people of the town. Unfortunately, food banks are now a necessity in towns and cities across the United Kingdom, with now even hard-working families being forced to use the services that the food bank provides. The cost of living is really hitting the population hard. You can see someone's pop-up tent there, stashed in the bush, ready for tonight. What are the problems that are facing you here now? You've just been telling me that you've been rough sleeping.
Yeah, I've been rough sleeping for like wherever I can find that's warm enough. I was safe for surfing with a few people at the beginning, but it just caused too much problems with like the old crowd that I was with, always like causing issues.
Yeah, you said you've recently recovered from some issues and like sorted that out. And you recently mentioned as well that you're without a bank card, so without an address, you were struggling to then get the bank account and the card and everything.
Can't get my UC or anything because of it.
Oh my golly, so you can't get your universal credit payments.
I ain't got no ID that's qualified for me to actually get a car.
So you're completely stuck?
Yeah, I ain't got no phone or nothing.
And even if you did, where would you charge it?
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't know.
Oh brother, Brother, well, I hope them little bits help out some way, mate, and I hope you find somewhere warm for tonight, brother.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, yeah.
I really do, man. Well, thank you ever so much for your time, bro.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
In the County of Cornwall lies some of the most deprived towns, villages and housing estates to be found anywhere in the United Kingdom, where shocking numbers of people, including families with children, are surviving way below the UK poverty line. Although just a few miles from some of the most beautiful coastline in England, unfortunately, many of these children have never been to the beach. They have never felt the sand between their toes and the sea on their skin. How can this be in one of the wealthiest nations in the world? What a surprise to see one shop that's recently closed its doors. As you can see, all of the mail piled up there through the doorway. And then another shop lying derelict, but slap bang in the middle, the casino in full operation. How many times do we see that on our visits across the United Kingdom? All of the shops in the row will lie derelict, but the casino or the bookies will be in full operation. Look at the state of this. It's just off one of the main streets. Look at that. Completely left. Continues. Look at the size of that one. It's absolutely enormous. That's been there for ages. Looks to be a sofa. Oh, it's me standing on an empty bottle. Does the waste disposal not take place in this area? That is shocking. I understand that it's very difficult often for the residents of Cornwall to dispose of their litter. I know that the tips and places to dispose of this garbage is few and far between, and oftentimes it's miles and miles away from where these people actually live. However, to see that on the side of the road just as you pull up the car, it's never a good sign. Big abandoned retail store here. Indiana's here. When times were good. Closed. Closed. Barbershop's open. Closed. You can see on the floor there the remnants of another tent. Buddy, a regular sight here in Camborne?
Aren't there some pods or something in there?
That's right, there's homeless pods over towards there. We're obviously going through a housing crisis here in Cornwall, not only Cornwall, but the United Kingdom. I don't know if you own or rent a property yourself.
I've been very lucky to be able to get myself back on the property ladder about a year ago. Before that, yeah, it was getting pretty bad, which is one of the reasons why I did it.
Yeah.
Because I could see it was just getting worse and worse. You know you're not going to get any help from the council, either financial help or finding a property more to. So yeah, I was very lucky. I had some money left to me, so I put it to better use. Yeah.
Well, thankfully you're not one of the statistics then.
Well, things can change, can't they? Everyone says you're only 3 or 4 paydays away from a disaster, don't you?
It's the famous British saying at the moment, boss, isn't it?
We'll see what the election brings. I'm not holding my breath, but it's got to change, hasn't it?
Something's got to give.
Something needs to change somewhere. I don't quite know what it is, but...
Once upon a time, these would have been the homes of the miners of the area. Camborne and the inner area of Cornwall was world famous for its china clay mining and tin mining, leading to the area actually being one of the richest in the whole world for a period of time. Now it finds itself being amongst the most deprived in the whole of Europe. How did this change take place? I believe the last mine in the area closed in the early 80s, and since then there's been a steep but steady decline. Right, Clive?
Yeah.
How long have you been on the streets for now then?
Most of my whole life.
Really?
Yeah, seriously, yeah. I've been running away from my past. I'm junkie suicide, and yeah, most of my life I've been housed, and then halfway through it I leave it and walk away from it.
And as you said, it's...
Can't cope with it when I'm in there, sort of thing, yeah.
And as you said, it all stems back to the loss of a parent,
yeah, that's
and it all just spirals, doesn't it? And often life could go out of control, can't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
But now you said to me just a minute ago you found yourself in some accommodation.
No, it's in a room, but I don't need a big flat because
No, of course
I
not.
wouldn't look after it. Yeah, but a little room like, in a care room, it's quite good. Like, for as well, like the staff there, if you need them, and
good.
Calls have a chat. Like,
And you said that the council stated to you that you probably wouldn't have lasted another winter. Just how bad did things get for you?
Oh, quite bad. Yeah, I've got pneumonia. I was surviving from and never died of, but I had that out here sort of thing. And
during the winter months?
During the winter months, I made it through like, somehow. But,
Strong man, that's what it is, boss. Fair play to you, mate. God. Yeah, absolutely, man.
I reckon so, because not long ago, just after my 60th birthday, they found I had cancer in my kidney.
Oh, goodness.
But when the biopsy come back, it wasn't a cancer, but they removed my kidney because it had to be taken out wherever it was.
Golly.
They thought first of all it was a cancer, but when the biopsy come back, it wasn't. But it was still something that had to be taken out, sort of thing. So not long had that done.
Blimey.
So yeah, it's all been a bit crazy for last year. So I think there's been about this beer slipped on a wet pavement.
That's a serious injury as
well.
well.
Yeah, I snapped that in half. I got plating screws and all that. So,
oh, golly, mate, you've been through the wars recent then?
Yeah, just a year probably. Like everything seems to have just gone blown up.
So how recently did you get yourself that accommodation?
Oh, I've had that for about a year now. For a while now, right?
But you managed to keep hold of it now as well. Oh, well done, man. Good on you.
This is unusual for me. I
Good
either
on
walk
you.
out of them and leave them or mess up.
Yeah. As you said though, you're enjoying that place. It's nice people.
That's right. Yeah. Good girls who work there as well.
So they look after you then.
They're all good. Like.
Thank you ever so much for that interview.
That's right.
All right.
Thanks.
Bless you, Clive.
And
Thank you, mate. Many of Cornwall's towns and villages are built on tourism, fishing and farming, notoriously low-paying areas of the work sector. People just can't afford to buy a house or rent properties in their own towns. It's clear we need more affordable houses. There is no quick solutions. Where do you start? A crackdown of second home ownership and the amount of time those are allowed to be rented for? Speeding up the planning process for more affordable housing? Or is it more funding for services and better support for the locals in difficulties?